The script of Titli was selected by NFDC for the Screenwriters Lab 2012, and the film won the Post-Production Award at Film Bazaar's Work in Progress Lab in 2013. How did this experience shape the development and eventual success of the film?
Yeah, I mean, in the middle also, it was at the co-production market. So it did the whole cycle. It was at the screenwriting lab first, then it was at the co-production market, and then eventually it was in the work in progress lab and won the post-production award. So Titli really, in many ways, was a Film Bazaar baby, through and through. I mean, the whole process for me was really, really interesting and magical because right from the so Titli actually got into screenwriting lab pretty close. I mean, it was an advanced draft. It was I was close to finishing it. So I think I was really lucky because I was not too early in the process, and I got the right mentor for my script at the right time, who could help me provide those finishing touches and talk about the meta of the script and talk about what it really means to me. Because a lot of the groundwork in terms of the story that I was trying to tell, the characters, the time and space that I was wanting to sort of play within the film was intuitively very clear to me because I belonged to that space and I came from there. So I knew, the texture of what I was trying to say with the images and with the sound. But I think where the screenwriting lab really helped me is to figure and focus and zero in on really what the script meant to me at its core. And I think that helped to elevate it to the next level, where it became at the same time intensely local, and yet it had a universal quality to it. So I think that was a very, very interesting takeaway for me personally from the lab. And then, of course, being at the co-production market next year, or I think it was the same year, was also very interesting because it exposed the screenplay to many producers. Eventually, we ended up, financing the film completely out of India, but it did help me for my next project, Agra, which was also at Film Bazaar in the co-production market. But, just meeting a lot of people, not immediately from your own circuit, and expanding your world, that helped me a lot. And I'm not talking here too much about the advice per se I got on the screenplay itself at the market just before it was going to be shot. But that, the networking, expansion of your circle, and also, that became a window to understanding some of the rules and sort of the pegs of the international co-production world, which again really helped me with my next film, Agra, which turned out to be an India-France co-production. So, that was again a very, very, very beautiful experience for me. And of course, then eventually ending up at the post-production lab. Again, we were at a really interesting stage of making the film, where we had a 2-hour 40-minute cut, and so it was there but not quite there. And eventually the film ended up at 2 hours 7 minutes, so we were still like 32 minutes away from our final cut. So just jamming with mentors again, who were international editors, who were able to also, I think at that point, I mean, I had been editing for 8 months by that point. So you also lose a lot of objectivity with your material. You've seen it so many times. So just to have a fresh pair of eyes look at it, multiple pairs of fresh eyes look at it, was again very interesting. It helped to sort of lift the edit towards the final stage of where it eventually did reach. And then the post-production award was pretty much the icing on the cake, because again, it sort of, helps garner some equity for a really small film that is trying to be bigger by the dint of what it is, and not the jing bang around it. So yeah, all in all, just traveling that journey was really amazing for Titli.